Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. Now first of all, wishing everyone out there a very happy new year, and I hope that 2021 would be stable or better than 2020. 2020 wasn't an easy year, but you guys showed your support throughout the year and that is excellent. So huge shout out to everyone out there and thank you for all the support throughout 2020. Now as you can notice, I have a bit of a cold. Now don't worry, I'm not sick or something like that. I'm just very tired and that's why I caught a cold because of the weather. Nothing to worry about. But anyway, let's get to the main topic, and that is Poco X3. I've been using the Poco X3 for a very long time and it is in time for my long-term review, and that's exactly what we are doing today. So this is my long-term review of the Poco X3. Alright, right off the bat, let's talk about the design and build quality. The design of Poco X3 is different from Poco X2. I actually like the design of Poco X2 better than the Poco X3, especially the camera module. Camera module looks way better on Poco X2 and it looks kind of weird on the Poco X3. Even the branding is a bit too much. So the big bold Poco branding is not for everyone, and I am a minimalist, so I do not like this branding at all. Now you might be asking, what about the build quality and the weight? Well, the build quality is pretty good. It's not cheap at all, but the weight is on the higher side. So as I said in my impressions video, this is a big and bulky phone and it is not for everyone. But with that being said, I got used to this phone in just 10 days. So after 10 days, I did not even notice the weight because I was using it as a daily driver. So if you're worried that you won't be able to adapt to this phone, there's nothing like that. You can definitely adapt to this phone in a couple of weeks. Now there is a big reason why there is so much weight to this phone, and that is the battery size. So this phone comes with a 6000 mAh battery and that is excellent. So this time around Poco just played safe and did not take any chances on the battery life. So with the last iteration, that is Poco X2, the number one complaint was with battery draining issues. People did not get the expected battery life, and that's why this time around Poco played it safe and gave you a very big 6000 mAh battery. Now you might be wondering, numbers aside, how is the battery life? Well, the battery life on this phone is excellent. Despite of having a 120Hz refresh rate display, the battery life was surprisingly good. I could easily use it for 1.5 to 2 days, and I am a normal user. I'm not a heavy user, and that's why I could easily get through 1.5 to 2 days. But if you're a heavy user, you can definitely use it throughout the day with some charge left towards the end of the night, maybe like 10 to 15%. So no worries about battery life. The battery life is excellent. Now with that massive 6000 mAh battery, there is support for 33 watt fast charging out of the box. So yes, you do get the charger inside the box itself, and that is a very good move. You can fast charge this phone at 33 watts, and that is very helpful because of the big battery. Moving on, let's talk about that display. So this phone comes with a 6.67 inches Full HD Plus IPS LCD display with a refresh rate of 120Hz. Poco is sticking with their decision of 120Hz LCD over 60Hz AMOLED, and I think that is a very smart move. So this year Realme moved on to a 60Hz AMOLED panel with the Realme 7 Pro. So that creates a very good separation between both of these products. If you want a higher refresh rate phone, you can go with the Poco X3. And on the other hand, if you want a 60Hz AMOLED panel, then you can go with the Realme 7 Pro. So there's a very good differentiation and that is excellent. But anyway, the actual display panel is very good in terms of colors and viewing angles as well. The colors are accurate and not too oversaturated, which is very important while you're consuming media on the phone. So if you're watching movies on Netflix or YouTube or playing your favorite games, you are going to have a good experience on this phone and the display won't disappoint you. Alright, this gets me to performance. Poco X3 comes with the Snapdragon 732G and it is a mid-range processor. So the performance with this processor is excellent for the price point. Poco and Xiaomi know how to optimize performance, and the Poco X3 does not disappoint in that aspect. Now I'm not a gamer, my usage is very basic and very simple. For example, clicking photos, editing them on Snapseed and Lightroom, uploading them to Instagram, scrolling through Instagram, watching YouTube videos, or playing light games like Subway Surfers or Doodle Jump. So my usage is very basic, and for that I did not notice any lags whatsoever. And the cherry on the cake over here is the 120Hz refresh rate. That makes the experience smoother, which is great. Now as I said, this phone comes with MIUI, but it does not have ads. It does come with a lot of bloatware, that is pre-installed apps, but it does not have ads, and that is a win that I will take. So Xiaomi phones in this price range do show ads, but Poco phones do not show ads. So this is a big point over here. You can go with a Poco phone and you won't get any ads. The next point in this review is probably the main one and my favorite one, that is them cameras. Poco X3 is capable of shooting some of the best pictures out there. I have done a dedicated camera review of the Poco X3, which includes a lot of camera and video samples through various conditions like daylighting conditions, artificial lighting conditions, and low lighting conditions as well. So you can go ahead and watch that video to gain more information about the cameras. Like, it's an in-depth analysis, and do not miss that video. I will make sure to drop a link to it in the description box below. But long story short, I love the camera setup on Poco X3. Poco has done an excellent job in terms of optimizing the camera software. Like, trust me, the camera software is excellent and the job well done to the Poco team. I also like the front camera on this phone. This phone is capable of shooting some amazing selfies, and you can also use it for Zoom calls or video calls. For that as well, it works flawlessly. This gets me to other things. Poco X3 comes with a headphone jack, which is very important at this price point, and the output from the headphone jack is excellent as well. So if you have wired earphones, you are going to have a good experience while listening to music on this phone. Apart from that, it has a physical fingerprint sensor on the power button, and it works really well. It is fast, accurate, and the position is right. Like, literally, it is on the right side. I'm sorry for that pun. Maybe I'm not, I'm just a Punjabi. Sorry for that too. All in all, Poco X3 is a very easy recommendation. There's just one thing, that is the size and the weight of this phone. So if you're a person who does not like big phones, you can go for the Realme 7 Pro, which is a more comfortable phone. But apart from that, Poco X3 is a very easy recommendation, and the Poco team has done a very good job over here. So kudos to them. This is a great phone, and I'm hoping that the next version, that is the Poco X4, will be even better. This phone is definitely value for money, and I will make sure to drop a link to it in the description box below. So anyway, this was my long-term review of the Poco X3. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. It would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.